The heads have work done to them. It looks like somebody CNC'd them. I mean, they look pretty good. I'm going to have my buddy look at them.
Okay.
So my plan is to get the motor, the heads off, unbolt the tranny. I'll show you some pictures of the tranny, the fluid out of the tranny. We're going to pull the heads off. I'm going to see what the bottom end looks like. See if it's got good parts. And if it looks like it's in pretty condition, I'm just going to have my buddy see what he thinks on the heads. Like, is it worth doing any more to them? If not, we'll just reseal it, put it back together.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I don't think it's worth spending the money to. Yeah. And I even talked to him. He goes, "Look, if it's got a steel crank in it," he goes, "No. If it's got a cast crank in it, we got to change it.
Okay.
Then we'll make it bigger." But he says it ain't worth making it bigger. If it's got a steel crank, he said we just leave it alone.
So steel crank, we're good.
Steel crank. We'll see what pistons and rods it has in it. But
okay.
But even if it just got shitty rods and pistons, then we can end up putting a better rod and a better piston if we had to, you know.
Okay.
But I got to get it on the engine stand. I've just been a little busy with other stuff. But I got it out. So this is, right here, man, I don't know if somebody cut this or if this is just worn away from the floor. Remember how I told you?
Yeah, I wonder if it's been rubbing against her or what.
I think so. So that's why I've been looking at other kits. Like this kit's, you know, they just put it in shitty. Well, a lot of these kits are made to set the motor back an inch and a quarter. But I've seen some kits that see, don't have the stock frame out, so they put these in.
Okay. So
I think I'm going to order this kit from Hedman.
Okay.
And it's this and a cross member, and that should put the motor we want. If it doesn't, then I'll just sit the motor where we want. I want to bring it for the. I mean, I'm going to try to modify the floorboard. I mean, the whole bottom of the car is fucked up. It's got holes and stuff in the trans tunnel. You know.
Oh,
so I might try to beat it up a little bit because I like the motor being back.
Yeah.
But I need pinion angle. I need the tranny to.
So do you need to go up or back for pinion angle?
I need to pull. Well, I need to go up.
Okay.
But to go up, I might not be able to because the tranny's on the trans tunnel. So if I move the tranny this way a little bit, I think I can go up.
Oh,
now, if I want to buy a kit.
Okay.
That's supposed to put with the trans cross member and the motor mounts. I'll cut these off right here. I'll clean this up. The inner fender wells I gave to my buddy, so he's going to have them sandblasted and powder coated gloss black.
Okay.
So this, remember I told you I'd change the bushings on this thing and we could have a problem panels lining up?
Yeah.
Look at this. The front end's not even bolted down, but look what it did here.
The gap, huh?
No, look at it's chipped the paint. So the front end's unbolted. I bolted the front end up and then I seen it afterwards. So right now, like before when this was bolted down, that had a big gap on that side too. So I left this loose. So I don't know if you want your guy to do it, but I had my guy down the way. He's the one that has the inner fender wells and they're getting powder coated.
Okay.
He says he's going to come. Well, he's going to take this light bezel.
Okay.
Match the paint. Then I'm going to have him. This door is too far forward, I think.
Yeah, I think that was from before.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that. Yeah. I don't know.
If he can adjust this shit, yeah.
Well, the other door's got a little closer gap, and this right here, I can't see us moving this forward because this has to be together here.
Yeah.
This is loose right now because I didn't want to fuck the paint up anymore.
Okay.
So he says he can line the door.
Okay.
And then we'll probably have to shim these bushings up here a little bit, the ones I put in.
Okay.
Just to bring the nose up a little bit to line up, because this gap got way bad on both sides.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, that works.
So when he has it down there, I told him I'm going to have him just pressure wash the frame and stuff.
Okay.
When he does it, you know.
Yeah, because see, they put these in without taking the motor really out, so that's why they're all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Those mounts.
Well, that right there is just stupid.
You know what I mean? I don't know what's
crooked. Remember
the so I don't know why they even did that if they couldn't do it right. They just
it should bolt in, so I don't know why. I mean, look, I'm not going to say it's their fault.
Yeah.
I mean, I get a lot of these because the frame after time will collapse in like this.
Okay.
You know, so the motor mounts won't line up right. But that right there is way beyond, and the tranny being down like this, I can't get no pinion angle. You know, so.
So the easier with the motor out now to block whatever you need to block, or.
I might. I'm running close on time, dude. But I might. I'm going to see what happens. The problem is too. I got that motor in. This job will be done right now. That I don't know if I'm going to do that BMW. They want me to change the rear subframe, the front subframe. It's real rusty. I'm going to try. If the bolt's giving me a headache, I'm just saying, I don't want to do the job. Dude. I don't want a nightmare.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to get this done before I leave.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Well, I have to.
Yeah.
You know? And then, so yeah, but also, like, I see other spots on this paint just from, I've seen something, like right here. See this?
That was already there.
Yeah, but You want him to fix
Yeah,
this
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, yeah.
So
Have him clean all that
I'm
up.
just going to go around the whole thing,
Okay.
line this door up, put the you got to have the inner fender wheels in to line everything up anyway. So
Okay.
I give him the inner fender. So the other thing I want to do is, we're talking about putting the batteries back here, but what I think about doing, if those batteries are in this, if I buy another one of these and put both batteries back here in one of these, that won't look too bad, right?
No, that'd be
In
cool.
that bill of aluminum, it should look
Yeah.
all right. Good enough.
Yeah.
All right. So I just want to make sure that was all right.
Okay.
And then the batteries are both going to be on at the same time, charge at the same time.
So they won't have to worry about that little draw like we had before.
The draw's fixed.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's like everything we do, two steps forward, three back,
Yeah.
because a lot of, like I bled the brakes on this thing, the brake pedals feel better.
Okay.
Now I'm going to pull the brake lines off probably, because whoever did them just did a shitty job on the housing and the one coming from the back to the front. There's a lot I don't like about them. So if I box a frame, I'm going to redo those lines. Like, man, now it's just...
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that though when you're saying that's why you don't want to do it until we took the other stuff out because those lines you want them to be right.
The hoses,
exactly.
the line hoses. So, and like I said, I'm going to try to reuse that factory metal one for the return. It won't matter, it should be fine, and it's a lot cleaner. It's just one less rubber hose we have.
Okay.
So it's just the whole car. Like I said, the whole car from the beginning. I wish we had this car as a virgin and did it from the very beginning, dude. It'd be so much nicer. I mean, none of this plate where they blocked the air conditioning box. I would have got rid of that. I would have made the firewall nice, and then I would have made the kit bolt-in. Welded from the inside, all the brackets, that way you don't see nothing from...
It'd be like clean.
It'd be clean, yeah. And then, like, that water tank, you see how rusty that thing is, but it's just, everything's just...
Do you know if that pump is any good, or we have to replace that?
I'll check it and see before.
Okay.
It's not a big deal, but I took your spoiler off. So,
okay.
So let me show you a couple other things. Because I'm going to remount that cooler, because they just had a couple of screws holding the intercooler in. So I'm going to try to remount that to more sturdy, you know what I mean? It should have no silicone on those gaskets here. So they don't need silicone. There's a couple things weird. See right here? This is how hard. See this wire? See how flat it is? That's how hard the blower's sitting on here.
Wow, this crushed it.
So it's almost like it's not sitting all the way down, and that's why they're putting silicone. I don't know. But also, this is what I don't like either. See the blower right here? This is like where the O-ring is here, and it's way down here, so the blower don't line up good with this.
So, would your buddy be able to figure a better way to put it on there? Or?
Well, we got to see, because the blower is like one piece, so there's really no way. So
he probably tried a silicone to fill in the gaps, that's a shitty way to do it, huh?
But see, I don't know if this right here, they put knock sensors here. These are not knock sensors out here. This is where they come from the factory. That's what this is. But this ain't plugged in. They're not using this.
So why is it even on there then?
Well, that's what this covers up where the lifters go, and under here is where the knock sensors are. So this right here, that's an old knock sensor.
Okay.
So, but that's what I want to see if they make. I don't really know. Is there a problem because maybe they decked the block or milled the heads too much? That's why it's sitting down too far. Or are we supposed to change this to a flat one, which still ain't gonna line up our porch, right?
Yeah.
I might see this side's not as bad. See how this one's almost square?
Yeah.
So I might be able to try to shift it a little bit. That's what's kind of better about these. Like Fords are even better because they sit flat like this. But originally, like Chevys, they would go in this way. Now they put the bolts in straight up and down, so it kind of clamps it down better. But I might be able to, like, center the intake. Like a lot of people that wrench down this side and they'll cock it this way.
Oh.
But it's not a major thing.
But it might be a better way to mount that on there. So
but also I'd like to get rid of that plate that way, because the blower is definitely resting on it. It's not 100%. It should be sitting on the heads only.
Yeah, so like you said, that plate might not even need to be there, right?
Well, I'd have to get a plate that's thinner. So I want to see, maybe there's supposed to be a thinner plate, because why would they give us a knock sensor out here? These are in the middle of the valley, so these can read. They know, like, if it pings here, then they know what cylinder it's on by the crank sensor and the cam sensor. So I don't know why they put these. Did they put these out here to change this plate to get rid of these?
Oh, so
but they never changed the plate.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. That's what I don't know.
So they moved them, but they should have moved the plate at the same. Change the plate.
They should have put a flatter plate.
Flatter plate.
I think, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But why would they not use those factory knock sensors? Because those are in the perfect place. They're in the middle. The pistons are what rattle, and those are right in the middle. Like they got one way up here.
So who would know that? The guy
well, my buddy, he's a Edelbrock Direct, but he just does all the machine work. The other guy, Rat Boy, that does assembly, he might know. But I think we just try to call Edelbrock and say, hey, I got this.
Yeah, and it should be a thinner.
What do you call it, the motor?
LQ9.
LQ9.
Which is basically a cast iron.
Just an LS motor.
It was a cast iron block.
And he's got the better heads.
Yeah.
And then good and bad. There's work done to the head, so are we going to spend more money on them? Bad is I was hoping to do heads on to make it make more power.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is if we can just, I'll bring the heads to my
So
buddy,
you can
have
fit the
him look at it.
pistons.
Well, if everything's good, why spend the money?
Exactly.
We'll just clean it up, get rid of the links. Now this is the other problem you got right here. I'll show you. Okay, pictures. The cable goes, right?
Uh-huh.
But when this was in a gear like this, I pulled the shifter cable. It was tight in here. So I pull it out and it kind of goes, I don't remember what way, but it wasn't letting the center. Like, so it's trying to hold it like this, which it could be just the shifter cable stretching. That's what sucks about like B&M and her shifter cables. That's why I use a shifter cable that's about as big as my pinky, because the cable, or it was just misadjusted, which I don't want to say because I know Leon's is a good place,
Yeah.
But it might have never been completely in one gear. Plus, this tranny, this is like a 350 turbo, basically,
With an overdrive.
with a shitty overdrive, So this is it should hang because your car don't hook. It's never going to put a big load on it.
Yeah.
But if it's not in every gear right, it could be having.
So do we need to take it apart?
That's up to you. I mean, if it worked, it's up to you. I can pull the pan off and see what's in the pan, but from what I see with the filter, the trans fluid and that drain plug, it's got some stuff where.
Well, shit,
And I'm sure you ain't drove it that much,
No, that's what I'm saying. I haven't drove that, so I would say pull the pan just to make sure.
Yeah,
I'd rather
pan.
be
if
safe
it don't
than
look that bad, maybe we'll put a new filter and just reseal it.
because I know that what do you call it, the torque converter was like supposed to be like a high performance. I mean, Leon's said that it was a
Look at Leon's. I would use them for any of my customers, but not for hot rod.
Yeah.
Hot rod like this thing, and it's electronics. No lockup converters.
So what's the big difference between a 4L60E and a 4L80E is
the strength.
The strength as far as.
But it's going to rob. I imagine it's going to rob a little horsepower.
Okay.
I think we're all right with this if we just get it right.
Okay.
Like I said, you don't got to. This car is never going to hook. You should go down the street and stay on this thing sideways at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, I haven't really, like you said, because it doesn't have that 9-inch, and it ain't.
Well, yeah, like I said, the 12 bolt. The lucky thing is you got the disc brakes in the back, so if it did break an axle, the disc brake would hold the axle in.
Okay.
The bad thing is you break an axle. In the future, I would say spend the money and let's put a
9-inch.
A 9-inch or a 12 bolt with bolt-in axle with 9-inch ends on it.
Yeah.
The 12 bolt's always kind of cool when you pull. To me, I'm just different with it. I pull up and I look under the car, like you're driving. You can tell a 12 bolt. To me, most people can't.
Yeah.
But I like 12 bolts. 9 inches they're. I don't know. I like the 12 bolt.
So for the 12 bolt, even though mine's supposedly built up, it wouldn't be really
that
nothing
one
else.
ain't built up.
That guy ripped me off too.
I don't know. Maybe he put a good pause unit, a better set of gears, but I'm sure it's a 20, whatever stock 30 spline axle. I think, like that mine, which I'm just using all junk parts and left over from other cars. I cut the axle on with the 35 spline. These. So with a pause, they make a pause unit 33 spline. That's what I would put in yours. But these are 35 spline right here. So, but that I have to use a spool or a Detroit locker, and the spool's annoying. A Detroit locker is annoying because both tires have to spin. So you turn a corner, one tire's going. A Detroit locker, you turn, it goes click, 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 click.
Oh.
So I would go 33 spline.
And what are you putting this in?
My wagon.
Yeah, like distance.
Brain. So, so I think we'll just deal with him on muffler. Or, maybe we can ask him, hey, what mufflers do you think we can get?
A lot of people, do you prefer the MagnaFlow, Flowmaster, or Borla?
I have no idea, dude. This is what I used to use. A long time ago, that's all that was there,
Yeah.
I had a set, back when I was doing my car, they didn't make a 3.5-inch Flowmaster. They made a set for me custom for my wagon because I put 3.5 inches off over the rear end.
Oh, okay.
So I had 3.5-inch dual chamber, big ass Flowmasters custom made. I had this guy up in Victorville. He made the headers, 2-inch primary header, 3.5-inch collector, 3.5 inches off that went over the rear end.
Oh shit.
So it was done in sections like the headers, collector, exhaust.
So you think
collector.
we should stick with a 3-inch or go 2.5? I mean, 3-inch.
We'll see what happens. Maybe we go like 3-inch into the muffler and 2.5 over the rim.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, if we can go 3-inch all the way.
See what he says, huh?
Yeah, see what he says. I think 2.5 is more than enough, especially if we just do 2.5-inch tailpipes and leave the front part 3-inch.
Yeah.
But we'll talk to him. I mean, that's what he does. All this stuff, junk, man. I mean, some of this stuff I unbolted this. I cut this one and the whole thing fell down. One of them.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's. No, that's why I was looking at it because I was gonna call you and I say, hey, man, I'm gonna cut this out. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, shit. Anyways.
So I might try to buy these headers again.
Okay.
No, this is the problem though. See, the header's almost too small for the port. See how this black right here is?
Is that from it not getting enough, breathing enough?
Yeah, this is blocking the port. So I'm going to measure the port and see, but look, you can see right here. Now the gasket is bigger than the port's the same. I'll measure them and see. Because we have to go a little bit bigger to match the port.
Yeah, because that's problem power too, right?
It could, dude. I see all the different things. Like I said, a lot of people move cams around on the dyno and stuff. I moved around. It's like nothing. I mean, hardly nothing. It's,
yeah.
I mean, like I've moved them. We'll put a motor together. It's got to get valve to piston clearance, and then I moved the cam to get valve to piston clearance. But yeah, so these right here. I mean, these I kind of like to keep them mid-length. A full-length one's better performance, but the mid-length gives us more room for ground clearance, and I'd rather keep it.
I think that's what he put on the Porsche, huh? Remember
That's what he made.
Yeah,
remember, he's gonna make them like a shorty. And I told you, hey, tell him to make a mid-length.
That's right. That's right.
A little bit longer, and they came out nice.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, this don't matter, but it's like they would have the bolts in it. See how I'm missing these bolts right here?
Oh.
See, I only got 2 here and 2 there. They're missing these right there.
So why would they do that?
I don't know. I have no. Maybe they should be able to get to them because when they're putting the tranny in, it's going to be. They did it with the motor in the car.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hanging down. So you should be able to get to them with an extension. I don't know, dude.
Well, shit, like I said, when you take it down, if it looks funny, I'd rather. I mean, I'm out of warranty now, anyways, on that thing. So to see what your guy says, I would rather than go back to Leon for the same shit.
Well, there's a guy. My guy, he used to do these and the 200s. Now he just does power glides, turbo 400s, and then he does the big Ford, like the Allison types trannies.
Okay.
But he gave me a number of a guy that does these, and this guy's supposed to be real good. Like he actually buys them from him and sells them. But he goes, look, like me and him are friends. He goes, this is the guy's number, call him.
Okay.
And it's a big place. I looked him up.
Okay.
I need to order a tranny for that car, so maybe I'll try to get a deal with this one.
Oh, if we're doing both.
Well, I'm going to buy that one outright.
Okay.
I want to put a 200 in there, which people don't like, but I like them because of the gear ratio. The first gear ain't so low, and the high gear ain't so much of overdrive. But then also I can drop this off to them, and maybe I'll clean my mess up there.